We all enjoy art as it is a reflection of our thoughts, imagination, and surroundings. So for your viewing pleasure, we have compiled some of the most expensive art in the world, created by the 15 richest painters and sculptors in the world. There's no need to wait, so let's begin. And as we do, be sure to tap that like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share this video with your friends who have a good eye and interest in art. Number 15. George Basil, 25 million USD. German painter, printmaker, and sculptor George Basil is considered a pioneer in post-war paintings. It is said that he is a trailblazer as he rejected abstraction in favor of recognizable subject matter, deliberately employing a raw style of rendering and a heightened palette in order to convey direct emotion. And although millions of people only feel an emotion of uneasy repulsion to his paintings, it is said that Basil has returned the human figure to a central position in painting. So, for many people, it comes as a massive shock that most of his paintings sell between $1,000 to $5,000, and his most expensive painting was sold at an astounding $9,222,496. Number 14. Chuck Close, 25 million USD. For a man with dyslexia and partial paralysis, Chuck Close has defied the odds and created various reinvigorating portrait paintings from the late 1960s to present day. He began his artistic journey when photography had been challenging painting's former dominance. Close emerged from the 1970s painting movement of photorealism, also known as superrealism. It has been said that Close's real-life parallels to his own professional discipline and methodical and intuitive methods of painting are inseparable from his own daily reckoning with his own physical, vulnerable condition. This is the epitome of superrealism. In the late 1980s or early 1990s, he began selling his paintings for six figures. In 2007, his artwork called Leslie Pastel, which was created in 1985, sold for $565,000. And his most expensive painting was sold for $4,832,000 in 2005, titled John. Number 13. Andreas Gursky, 30 million USD. German photographer and professor in Dusseldorf, Germany, Andreas Gursky is known for his large-scale digitally manipulated images. Similar in scope to early 19th century landscape paintings, Gursky's photographs capture built and natural environments on a grand scale that has amazed millions of people. Often taking from a lofted vantage point, the artist works his signature concepts by splicing together multiple images of the same scene. One of the best examples of this can be seen in his 99 Cent, created in 1999. In 2011, Gursky's Rain 2 was auctioned for $4.3 million, making it the most expensive photograph ever sold at that time. Number 12. Richard Prince, 30 million USD. Richard Prince is an American artist who is probably mostly known for his use of appropriated imagery. Prince has an amazing talent to use photographs taken from consumer culture like advertising, entertainment, and social media to probe and stimulate ideas around authenticity and ownership with his controversial practice. It is best known to spark debates concerning copyright, intellectual property, and theft within the art world, and he does it all with a pop art style. The current record for Prince's joke painting is $3.2 million, and in 2010 in New York, his 1990 White Woman fetched a price of nearly $3.5 million. Number 11. Cindy Sherman, 35 million USD. In 1995, the Museum of Modern Art bought untitled film stills for $1 million. In 2011, her untitled number 96 sold for $3.89 million, making it the most expensive photograph ever sold at that time. The 1981 self-portrait, taken by celebrated photographer Cindy Sherman, was sold at Christie's auction. The main question is, what is so special about a photo of a girl on a tile floor, and what drives that unimaginable price? David Ross, former director of the Whitney and San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, says that mainly it's a function of two people wanting the same thing. Number 10. David Hockney, 40 million USD. At one time, a painting by British artist David Hockney was said to become the most expensive work by a living artist to ever be sold at auction. David Hockney's painting of the Pacific Coast Highway in Santa Monica smashed auction records as it sold for $28.5 million. Another one of his masterpieces, called Woldgate Woods, sold for $11.74 million that same day, and his Piscine de Media Noche is easily worth $7 million. Number 9. Gerhard Richter, 40 million USD. Everyone has their quest in life, and for Gerhard Richter, his ambitious quest was to capture perfection through painting. Gerhard Richter has effortlessly shifted between photorealism, abstract expressionism, and pop art, and became the most expensive Western artist to sell at an Asian auction, with his 1987 abstract painting of Abstractus Build sold for 214.6 million Hong Kong dollars, or $27.6 million USD at Sotheby's livestream Hong Kong sale of contemporary art in October of 2020. Number 8. Antony Gormley, 50 million USD. Sir Antony Gormley is a British sculptor whose works are concerned with space we occupy within and without our bodies, has placed his sculptures around the world in site-specific locations, such as the location of a piece as important as the piece itself. This Turner Prize-winning sculptor might make you change not only the way you look at his sculptures, but also the way you look at human bodies. One of his most magnificent pieces is called the Angel of the North and was built in 1998. This 20-meter sculpture with its 54-meter width dominates the skyline of Gateshead, UK. Number 7. Anish Kapoor, 85 million USD. Anish Kapoor is a British Indian sculptor who specializes in installation art and conceptual art. Born in Mumbai, Kapoor has lived and worked in London and is a master of art and design. One of his most controversial pieces of the art is the Vagina sculpture at Versailles. Also known as the Dirty Corner, it is one of the most talked about installations at the Palace of Versailles. One of his other most notable artworks is the Cloud Gate in Chicago that has appeared in numerous movies, music videos, and photographs, so it has been a popular tourist attraction. Number 6. Takashi Murakami, 100 million USD. Takashi Murakami is a very diverse contemporary artist who is a master of fine arts, commercial media, and even fashion, merchandise, and of course, animation. He coined the term super flat, which describes both the aesthetic characteristics of the Japanese artist tradition and the nature of post-war Japanese culture and society. His film work consists of anime like Jellyfish Eyes, Armored Core 4, and Akihabara Majoko Princess of 2009, starring famous actress Kirsten Dunst. He also has an amazing talent to combine historical Japanese painting with pop culture to make playful fantasia artwork that is often packed with psychedelic colors and at times very sexual elements. He really does know how to add a sinister touch to innocent beauty. Number 5. Andre Vaqari, 142 million USD. Andre Vaqari is probably most well known for his Rembrandt of Riyadh. The Welsh portrait painter, mostly working in France and the Middle East, was an outstanding figurative artist, working in oil throughout his career. He gained most of his wealth painting for the members of the Saudi royal family, as he became so famous in the Gulf area that 3 museums in the Middle East are solely dedicated to his work. Number 4. David Cho, 200 million USD. Depending on the size and medium of the artwork, we can get one of David Cho's prices for $200 to $14,000. Silicon Valley hired David Cho in 2005 to make murals around their public places, and Cho was intuitive enough to purchase stock from the salary that they gave him, which now makes him a bona fide multi-millionaire. Originally a street artist, David Cho's fiercely imaginative paintings reference comics, gothic art, surrealism, pornography, and fashion illustration, which he usually makes with oils and acrylics. His collage images are seductive, mischievous, and narratively complex. Plus, Cho draws a cast of mysterious beings and scenarios from fiction, including G.I. Joe heroes, to Arabic slogans, to gaggles of young urban women, to eerie human-animal hybrids with all of his love of animals. Overall, his artwork shows a quest for peace and redemption and a fascination with sex. Number 3. Jasper Johns, 300 million USD. Jasper Johns is the multi-millionaire painter, sculptor, and printmaker whose work is associated with abstract expressionism, neo-dada, and pop art. He is well known for his depictions of the American flag and other US-related topics. In today's political climate, his art would probably not sell, or he'd be ridiculed as a racist. Nonetheless, Johns' paintings are worth millions on the art market. His piece called False Start, made in 1959, was sold in 2006 for $80 million. This made it the most expensive painting by a living artist at that time. Number 2. Jeff Koons, 500 million USD. Jeff Koons created many amazing sculptures, selling for hundreds of thousands and even millions. One of his highest selling pieces was a stainless steel sculpture called Rabbit that sold for $91.1 million, which surpassed the $90.2 million record set by David Hockney. Jeff Koons' Rabbit is a 3-foot tall stainless steel sculpture reminiscent of a silver balloon animal. He also has made some strange pieces like the Hulk organ or Hulk Elvis, which pairs sculptures with cartoon characters that makes incongruous props for children's toys. One of his most amazing antiquities is the seated ballerina, which fuses exceptional imagery of modern techniques combined with the ancient interpretation of the mythical Roman goddess Venus. Number 1. Damien Hurst, 1 billion USD. For the love of God, how in the hell did Damien Hurst exceed all expectations, grossing $200.75 million over the course of 2 sales in the span of 24 hours? Well, For the Love of God is a sculpture by artist Damien Hurst that was produced in 2007. It is made up of a platinum cast of an 18th century human skull encrusted with 8,601 flawless diamonds, including a pear-shaped pink diamond located in the middle of the forehead. And that ambient jewel is known as the Skull Star Diamond. Aside from the For the Love of God skull, Damien Hurst was able to sell 56 lots, which made for 97% of his artwork in less than 48 hours. Hurst said it was a night that was dubbed "beautiful inside my head forever." And why wouldn't it be? Anyone would be overjoyed in a magical night of selling all of their artwork for 6 figures apiece in less than 2 days and then just walking away with $172 million. Did you see any of your favorites in this presentation, or have you gained a taste for any of these artists' works of art? Leave your thoughts in the comment section, then go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.